How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. As always, if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe down there. It helps out, means a ton. You guys get plenty of fun stuff. So, it's been too long since I've talked about Kaiju number 8, and I've decided, well, why not we go back to the main two that started the series off. We wouldn't be where we are if it wasn't for Kafka and Mina and their decision to become members of the Defense Force in the first place. So, when it comes to their friendship, their dynamic, their character interactions, I guess you could say, within the series, we've come not very far, but also a very, very long way already. If you don't remember, in the very beginning of the series, literally chapter 1, Kafka almost died, and Mina showed up, and she was like, yeah, there's an injured dude on the ground. Can one of you guys help him? Yeah, thanks. Alright, cool. Alright, Kaiju's dead. Let's round it up. Normal procedure. Let's go home. She harbored some kind of resentment because they were good friends back in the day. Hadn't seen each other in quite a while. And she saw this dude almost dead. And was like, yeah, help out the civilian. Thanks. Bye. Okay, wow. Damn. And now, very recently, when Kafka unveiled himself as a kaiju to the entire Defense Force and they had to take him in, and right before she gave him over to the maritime base for questioning, she gave him a very soft look, a slight smile, and when he asked if he could still strive for a spot by her, she said, yes, I'll be waiting. So, yeah, and just to let that smile out and to reassure him not only of that, but of the fact that nobody in the 3rd Division thought of him as a kaiju threat. We've also seen her kind of smirk and smile to herself when turned around, I believe in her office, either talking to Kafka or discussing Kafka with somebody else. It might have been Hoshina. But yeah, smiled to herself when thinking about him or discussing him. So yeah, we've seen the chinks in the armor form a little bit. We've seen the fact that she does obviously still care about him as a very good friend. We've seen that start to come through a little, but we have a very long way to go before you get to like full on acting like friends and stuff. And I do assume that sooner or later, by the end of the series, we will see them act very much as friends, but there will also be probably a captain, vice captain, subordinate type of behavior there. I don't think it's going to be I don't think we're going to get like Straw Hat level. No, we're not going to be like, hey, Nakama, woo! Like, no, it's not quite that high. But honestly, thinking about it, I could see us getting to a point later on the series where Kafka's in kaiju form and Mina's in, well, the only form she has, human form. Obviously, Kafka would be much taller like they were when they were children, because I believe Kafka was supposed to be a few grades above Mina, but at one point she said, like, you know, you're still in middle school, right? So I think Kafka might have been held back. I have no idea. Anyway, in their flashbacks, he's much taller. So in his kaiju form, he would be taller than her. I imagine him saying something that kind of irks her a little bit, and her just like elbowing him in the ribs, because I mean, it would be like an up there to get to his ribs for her. His ribs are probably head height if he's in kaiju form. And you could honestly get a really nice panel of her doing that exact same thing when they were kids, because they have a similar height differential. So, silly little cute things like that to kind of call back to their friendship. I could see things like that starting to come out a little bit more later on towards end of series. But what about when Kafka gets back to the 3rd Division? We say he's a fully indoctrinated, respected, full 100% clad member of the Defense Force. Nobody questions the fact that he's a kaiju. Nothing. He is just Kafka, a member of the Defense Force. When he gets back, I'm sure we will get a scene between the two of them where she says she was very happy that he was able to come back to the 3rd Division. All of this stuff, saying that everybody will give him. And I'm sure from that point on, we will start to see a little bit more of their old friendship come out, but it will still be heavily masked underneath the guise of a subordinate and their commanding officer. That's not going to go away very much starting out. I think that is something we will see slowly degrade over time to a certain point. Like I said, it's always going to be there, but I feel like that will be throughout the series, little bit by little bit. We start to see more and more of those moments come out where Mina, for a split second, goes back to friend Mina and friend Kafka, not superior Mina and subordinate Kafka. I feel like those moments will start to seep out a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. And I think that'll be, honestly, some of the funnest moments, not only to sit back and laugh and take a second, but also to remember where the series started, where all of this is coming from. Because at the end of the day, this is all stemming from two kids who had their homes destroyed, but found confidence in each other to push forward and do something about it. So I think that'll be a very nice way to refresh that feeling throughout the story. So probably the last and maybe the most important thing, I think we will start to see Mina rely on Kafka a whole heck of a lot more. I feel like Kafka will have a very important spot in the division. I feel like he will be used to his utmost potential, and I don't feel like Mina will hesitate to call on him specifically in a lot more situations. Obviously, she will defer first to Hoshina in most situations, but if things are going around and she's giving out comms through the radio, she will probably be like, Kafka, do this, specifically asking him to take a brunt of the force or do something, have a very important task, just because now she knows his full capabilities and can use him to those full capabilities. And I don't think Mina will shy away from that at all. I think she, in that regard, is the perfect captain for him to be under. Other captains, even if they do accept him as a person and understand, like, okay, no, he's got the whole kaiju thing under wraps and everything, there still might be that little bit of unconscious just hesitation when it comes to saying, hey, turn your kaiju form on and go do this for me. Mina, I feel like there will be zero of that. She will think of him as Kafka and only as Kafka, but also use him as Kaiju number 8 because, well, I mean, why wouldn't you? So yeah, I think in that respect, she actually works out perfect as his superior, as his commanding officer, because yeah, she will have absolutely no kind of unconscious bias or anything. In fact, she might have a good unconscious bias towards Kafka to allow him to go all out into situations that other people might think, oh, well, could he do that? Mina, knowing Kafka and his stupid self and how he'll just throw himself in there to protect something, she knows. She knows his full capabilities. She will understand them better than possibly even Kafka himself. So yeah, I think there will be a lot of fun stuff to come from the two of them throughout the series. I mean, there almost has to. And yeah, I think we'll get a lot of good moments from them, but I think that friendship will be a very slow build-up, even though it's not really a build-up. The friendship's always already there. It's kind of a tear down of all the things, keeping that friendship kind of inside. So yeah, slowly we'll start to see it come out though. And I can't wait. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, like I said, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. I'm out.